for Christmas, I got a major Christmas present. I've always wanted, now every artist has that one thing that's a masterpiece and it's something that they really want to make. Well, the one thing I sew professionally that I've wanted to make for myself for about 20 years is a particular type of cloak made out of very expensive fabric, and I could never afford to do it, and I've always wanted to do it. But for Christmas, some of my family got together, they teamed up, and they bought me a bunch of Joann Fabrics gift cards so that I could buy the fabric to make a black velvet and black brocade silk lined. And it's not just any velvet, it's royal velvet. And it is so expensive and it is so beautiful. And I've always wanted to do this because I love to wear cloaks. And I know they're kind of old-fashioned, but I just think they're great and I've never been normal. So I wanted to do this. So I'm gonna go today and I'm gonna start pricing all the pieces I need, and then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna do measurements and I'm gonna create the pattern and find out exactly how much of each thing that I'm gonna need and plan it out very carefully, because this is something that once you make it, that's it. You don't get to cut twice, because if I mess the fabric up, I can't replace it. So I'm going to plan this very carefully, but I get to go today, and that's where I am on my way to. My husband's currently in the music store because the drum seat at our church old and it's gonna hurt somebody, so we're gonna replace it. And he got to play drums with us in church on Sunday, and it was so awesome. And if I can figure out how to download the bits or somehow record it, I'll include a clip of that service. It was a lot of fun. It was just me, my son, and Mike, and it was really fun. My whole family's musical, as you probably figured out, but that's what I'm doing today. So I thought I'd just take you along, and I hope that you guys had a really great New Year. I had a solo New Year, as you know, and I ended up crashing probably about 1 in the morning, and I got caught up watching a couple of videos and fell asleep and got up late again, but oh well. But anyway, come with me today. This is gonna be fun. So I am in Joann Fabrics, and there's just aisles and aisles and aisles and just dizzying amounts of stuff around me. But this is what I came to look for, is what's called royal velvet. And so I also went to find satin, so come with me and we'll look. So it looks like there's a lot of really good sales, but I'm not going to be buying this stuff today. I just want to price it and measure it, and then I will figure out what the totals are that I need. And I'm writing down the lengths that I can get in fabric, how much of a length I can get, how many inches wide it is, how many feet of whatever I need to get, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. This is called royal velvet, and it's just beautiful. It's kind of hard to see in here, but it's just shiny and pretty. But the lady told me that I talked to that I can order this in bolts of 10 yards, and that's what I'm going to need, because as you can see, there's not nearly enough yardage on these. So that's what I'm going to do. They have it in red, which is pretty, but not what I'm looking for. The camera almost makes this red look orange, and it's not. It's like a blood red. But the black is really, really nice, and it's shiny, and it's so pretty. But I also need to look for silks, and I was just informed that they do not have silks here. So they have tons of gorgeous fabrics. And the closest thing that they have is for silks and satins is right here. And these are just stunning and beautiful, but this is very, very thin. It's shiny and flat on the other side. But I've also worked with what's called a casa satin. That's this one here. And it looks like satin. It's very shimmery, shiny. It's very heavy. And it's flat on one side, shiny on the other. But the density of the fabric is really nice. It's got a lovely soft feel to it. And so if I cannot find what I'm looking for and I can't order it from Joann's online, I may have to use a casa satin. I would have rather used a silk. But you know what? You can only get what you can get. So, and this is just fun. It's just I'm not even sure what kind of fabric that is, but it's sparkly and it's really pretty and it's lightweight and flowy, but I can think of a million things to do with that. But this seems to be my choices right here, but I am going to check online and we'll see what we can find. There are no brocades currently here to look at, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm in the trim aisle, and I looked at threads and stuff, but now I'm just going to go through because I'm looking for a very specific type of trim, and there's just so much of it here, it's not even funny, so.
Each phrase dovetails, you've heard each known way. This way is my own way. You're the sail of my love boat. You're the captain and crew. You will always be my necessity. I'd be lost without you.
Some sterling closures, at least very nice silver and ornate ones, but unless I order them online, I'm kind of stuck to what I have here locally. And as you know, I live in a small town, so we are limited to selection. So I will look online, but there's actually some very pretty closures here. Not quite what I was looking for, but you know, they're really nice. So we'll take a look at these.
Way is my own way. You're the sail of my love boat. You're the captain and crew. You will always be my necessity. Cream in my coffee, salt in my stew. I'd be oh so lost without you.
So I've looked at everything I could possibly look at, and I'm being a little quiet because I'm in a store, but I think it's probably going to be a few weeks before I can round up all the pieces I want to do, and I'm not going to tie into this until I have everything I need. So there's probably going to be a part 2 to this video because I want to collect all the items at once. I was told by the store manager that I could bring her item numbers off of online, go online and get all the item numbers, and that they'd be willing to order everything for me in one shot. So I'll probably do that to include the closures. I like the closures I saw, but I really want a silver one, so hopefully I'll find that. I made it home. On our way home, we stopped by the store and picked up some stuff for dinner and some just some extra fun things we hadn't done in a while. Sometimes you got to splurge just a little bit. So I got some Chinese pork, and Mike got a new kind of cheese he wanted to try, and just it's fun to try new stuff. And so we just spent the day kind of just shopping, having a little bit of fun. I did find a bunch of stuff at the fabric store, which you've already seen, but there was some stuff I didn't find, so this project's going to take a little longer. That's okay. I'm not in a hurry to do this. I want it to be done right. So, but I'm going to make myself some, well, the only Chinese mustard I could find was extra hot. I'm going to have to get a little brave, but you can't have Chinese pork without the mustard. You just can't. They're like cheese and crackers. They just go together, you know, peanut butter and jelly. So, but I really love that stuff, but hopefully I won't burn my mouth or anything like that. But thanks for coming with us today. I know this has been kind of a little short video, but we had a really good time, and we just needed to spend the day together, and we've been so busy, and when you're in ministry, you don't get to slow down. So I actually had one of my ladies fill for me on Saturday, so I can just take part of the week down. And my only concern is that my throat's a little sore. I was pretty froggy this morning. So I'm kind of hoping that I'm not getting sick. No, I don't have COVID. Dear Lord, don't even go there. I've had it twice. I'm over it. But I don't like to even talk about that. But I think that I might have overstrained my voice because I practiced probably more than I normally do over the weekend. But I had to change the music because my team members called at the last minute and said that they couldn't come. They both live down a very, very long road, and we had a nasty storm this weekend. We had like 40 and 50 mile an hour winds that caused some pretty bad snow drifts, and they couldn't get out. They got snowed in, and her driveway is so long. It would take them forever to try to shovel and grate that out. So they just let me know they couldn't be there. So I ended up at the church at like, they must have been like 7 o'clock on Saturday night, completely redoing all the music and everything. But we did it. It was a lot of fun. And I will again see if I can find a clip and put it in here for you. You'll probably have already seen it because I'll probably put it before this. And editing me is not going to go back and change all this around, so just roll with it, okay? But I'm so glad you spent the day with me, and I had fun. The wind is still not great. It's pretty cold. The wind chill, I was like 4 degrees today, but the wind chill made it feel like it was like 16 below. And I can handle temperatures down to about, 10, 20 degrees, but the wind makes it feel awful. And the bad thing is when you get winds that are that intense, it literally polishes the ice. Like, who needs a Zamboni when you have winds like that? It just polishes everything. So here's just a tiny little bit of extra footage. This is Bun Bun. She's my bunny. We share a bedroom. She has a great big 8.5 foot by 3.5 foot wide habitat. And she's so sweet. And she's so lovable. She's such a good baby, but she just likes to be snuggled and held. She's quite the little snuggle bug. So, which often makes Blossom and my other dogs very jealous, because when Bun Bun starts getting attention, then they want to be held, they want to be played with. So a little bit of a jealousy thing going on there. But she's so cute. Say hi, Bun Bun. Say hi. Nope, she just wants to snuggle. So, anyhow, love you guys. Talk to you later. Have a good day.